Bam, bam, bam. Bum, bum, bum. Bum, bum, bum. Bum, bum, bum. Bum, bum, bum. Bam, bam, bam. Bam, bam, bam. Welcome to Apollo Justice, Ace Attorney. Last time we left off, we were on the investigation scene. Well, we just ended the trial, I mean, so we're on the investigation. July 9th, 2:12 p.m. Right? Anything agency. Hey, Apollo! What? Well, actually, nothing. I mean, something, or maybe not. Out with it, the suspense is giving me an ulcer. The child today, I was thinking, if you gave it a score, what score would you give it? Score? Gee. Guess I would, or maybe, well, bah, I'm just as bad as you. See, it's so vague. Clearly. Machi avoided a guilty verdict, which is something, actually. Though I can't say I'm any less confused about the case. I asked Interpol about that number. I'm sure you'll find their answer intriguing. IPXX314206. The agent registered under this number was Roy Minley Taus. And the victim is Lee Taus. Who would have guessed he was actually an undercover Interpol agent? What a mess. We don't have any idea what he was investigating. Well, true, but we know who shot him now. Nam Lawyer told the whole court. Wait, that voice just now. It was him. I am sure of it. That voice I heard, talking to Mr. Taus, and I heard the gunshots fired. It was him. It was Mr. Daryan. Is it not a mystery, Apollo? I love mysteries. I don't. Speaking of mysteries, what's Mr. Wright up to? I wouldn't mind asking his opinion. Now that you mention it, I haven't seen Danny around. What, is he some kind of stray that just wanders in and out at will? I wouldn't say that, but he has been going out a lot. Some top secret mission, he said. Top secret. Anyway, you can't just rely on him to save the day. And you've got me to help you. You'll be fine. Fine. Alright. Well, time's a wasting, as they say. Let's investigate. Because Apollo Justice is doing fine. I hope. That's the spirit. Sunshine Coliseum. What the fuck is this? Oh. July 9th, Sunshine Coliseum. Ooh, what a great day. It's perfect weather for sleeping. Weather matters for an investigation. Don't some days just feel like magic days or defense days? Sure. Let's get started, shall we? Right on. So is your stuff, Apollo. What stuff? Your voice training. This is the perfect place for it. I did enough at home, thanks. Aw, there's no need to be shy. Keep that up and you'll never make it on the big stage. I'm happy in the courtroom, thank you. I am a lawyer after all. Then you're in luck, because it's lawyer weather today. Don't you just want to face the blue sky and shout, objection! Look, the weather has nothing to do with lawyers. Let's get going already. God, I love them so much. What the fuck is that, dude? Don't give the little kid a balloon. Yeah, I'm gonna run all out for this, that's for sure. July 9th, backstage hallway. Oh, hello. Mr. Attorney. I'm Lawyer. I'm sorry about today. There's nothing you need to apologize for. You're merely defending Machi. Are you okay? Alone, I mean. Humans are blessed with 5 senses. Even robbed of one we get by. No, it does not make being a witness rather difficult. Speaking of seeing, you know who we were before we spotted you just now, and we weren't even talking. heard your footsteps several times the day before. Oh. You must have great ears! Ears that heard the crime taking place, or so she claimed yesterday. But how? Oh, I get to talk to you. Yippee! That was quite a statement you made today in court, about hearing Darian Crescent's voice at the scene of the crime. I did not know his name. I never forget a voice. Wait. Magnolia, or something the matter? And why am I still here? I want to eat my fucking turkey sandwich. That voice just now. It was him. I am sure of it. No way. No way. As I said in court, I was on my way backstage from the stage. That is when I heard his voice. I'm guessing Darian and Mystery Towers were talking about something. The next moment, I heard those gunshots. Why didn't you call security? To be honest, though the noise was quite frightening, I never imagined the gunshots might be real. And I was in quite a hurry myself. I have to see it at once. So, it really was Darian's voice that she heard. Yeah. At least, she clearly thinks it was. I met Masi before my debut as Family Lawyer. I was singing in a restaurant in Borginia, and he was playing the piano? Yes. He was very kind to me when he learned I could not see. Is that when you started playing opposites? With Machi pretending he couldn't see? Ah, no, it wasn't then. That began after our major debut. After I became known as a landscape painter in sound. It must have been tough for Machi, pretending he couldn't see, and all the while acting as your eyes. We held hands always. He would write with his finger on my palm to signal to me things I should know. He was a smart, gentle boy. I think I see what he's getting at. With Machi would never harm a soul. Mr. Taos. Yes, he was an Interpol agent, I hear. Alright, I could never pick that up. Yes, he was an Interpol agent, I hear. So, you had no idea? Of course not. No one did. I guess that's what it means to be undercover. When someone was after him, they had to know who he really was. Why did he pose as my manager? I do not understand. You have no idea? I can only assume that he was investigating me. But why? What makes you think that? Perhaps it is not so, but I cannot deny the possibility because of my condition. As my present is veiled in darkness, so too is my past clouded from memory. Clouded, right. Oh, there we go. The darkness that I fear is not the darkness that I see whenever I open my eyes. The real darkness lies in my heart. In your heart? Wait, that doesn't make sense. See, that doesn't make sense, Lammy Lawyer. I have no memory of the time before I became Lammy Lawyer. I woke from darkness, into darkness, you might say. I was sitting in a restaurant those days. What was it that she said about not being able to remember the light? I do not know my past. Perhaps I committed some terrible crime in my past. Everything before becoming an lawyer is lost to me. But I don't think you... I can't think of no other explanation. Why else would an agent of Interpol approach me? Do you think your past might be related to this case? No, wait, that seems really unlikely to me. I mean, you're such a sweet person, Amy Lawyer. I thank you, Machi too. I thank you. Machi too tells me this often when I fear who I might have been. Oh. Her theme's really nice. No clues here. That's been lying there since the day before yesterday. It's small, maybe no one's noticed it. I kinda wanna pick it up. It'd be a cool souvenir, don't you think? And it does stick out of my mind for some reason. Oh, seriously? Ah! No clues here. Do you think you could tell me about this? I'm sorry, but my... Oh, okay. That's literally your brooch. That is literally your brooch. Alright. Obviously, we're not supposed to be here. What about the stage? Nothing. I guess the only other place I can go is the, Detective Detention Center. Ah, shit. Wrong area, it's Apollo. July 9th, Detention Center, Visitor's Room. Monty may not be guilty, but he's still a suspect. But they don't have any decisive evidence. Yeah, but only someone as small as him could have gotten out of that room. Right, the air vent. And he lied. Lied? Lied? Mati Tobai can't see. Hello there. Ah, Mati! Speak of the devil. It looks like he's doing okay. I forget, why did we come here? It's not like we can talk to him or anything. Words are overrated. Feelings are what matter, Apollo. It's kinda hard to build a court case on feelings. Unless you're Athena Sykes. But since we're here anyway, might as well get what I want to say off my chest. If you need someone to complain to, I'll listen. I think she's actually worried for me. You can see, bitch. So, what do you think of the trial today? Whew, I'm glad he doesn't understand English after all. If he did, he would have been scared out of his mind by that trial. Hey, all's well that ends well. You have to be more goal-oriented. If he's innocent, we win. No, if he's found not guilty, we win. Monty and I might not understand English, but I bet he gets that better than you do. Huh? Oh no. Oh no. I don't like that. I'm glad that Mioyo testified. What a great person. She even got Masi off the hook by naming another suspect. Dorian of the Governors. The detective. I wonder if Masi knows what happens. I mean, if he could follow how the trial went at all, no one told him there was a new suspect. How would we know? Hey. What is it, Apollo? No, it's nothing. I must be imagining it. Imagining what, Apollo? It's just, I couldn't help but feel that, I don't know, Machi, he doesn't understand what we're saying, right? How could he? He's a young Borginian. He doesn't speak English. Yeah, but my bracelet is reacting to him. Huh? Maybe it's malfunctioning? Or it's scared because you keep making those I'm so mad faces. Was I that bad? Machi lied about not being able to see, but what if that's not all he lied about? If you're curious about it, there's only one thing to do. You should ask him. I think it'll take something big to get him. Some kind of undeniable evidence. We'll be back, Machi. So, Machi, you can see, right? Machi can see, and Namio you can't. The whole world's gone topsy-turvy. Sorry, Apollo. I don't think we're going to get any information out of Machi. Which makes sense. Yeah, I guess it does. I hate that so much. Alright, back to where we were. It feels really weird that his bracelet is reacting all of a sudden. I don't even know what to do now. Oh. Oh. Okay. Yeah, I guess I did just cut it out. That's a neat detail, though. No one. Okay. Why did I just go back here? Hey, look, a part of the carpet has been torn up here. That was the part we did the Numenal testing on in court. Numenal, right. You know what I couldn't stop thinking? Who's going to pay for this carpet? As long as it's not us. Maybe the shooter? I guess it's true what they say. Crime doesn't pay. I wonder if that carpet replacement costs aren't the only thing holding you back. Oh, is that actually... What about this? Can this be evidence? This is the window where an emulator saw the crime from. I wish it was that simple. Kinda hard to see a crime when you can't see. But she did hear it. Yeah, but the window was closed. Maybe she heard it some other way? That's insanely weird. What do I even do? I picked this up. No, I cannot. Wow, I love being stomped so quickly. Oh, I have to talk to fucking Trucy? Oh, I hate that so much. I thought it was just hints, but I'm gonna go grab this real quick. Mr. Charlie, the potted plant. Huh? His leaves are looking a little brown. Good morning, Mr. Charlie. Eck! Mr. Charlie, your leaves. Maybe you weren't giving him enough water? No, it must be stress. He's worried about the new recruit at the office. Hey, don't blame it on me. You are watering him. Right? It was Daddy's turn to water him this week. Eck! Mr. Fred has been away on his top secret mission now. I'm sorry, Mr. Charlie. This is all my fault. I'll water you soon, promise. Oh, I love this game. Dion did it. I mean, we dropped a bomb in court today. It was Starion. Emir says he's never forgotten a voice, right? That's so cool. I guess. What's that called again? Elfin ears? I bet that's what they're called. Somehow I don't think that means what you think it means. And she has to be wrong this time. Wrong? Why? I mean, look. Those gunshots were right during the concert. That's right. I was burning up the dance floor at the time. Right. Did you happen to look up on stage? Maybe Darion even? You bet I did. He was one of the Governors' guitarists after all. He's so cool. Oh, right. All the Governors have a rock-solid alibi. He couldn't have shot Mr. Details backstage. But Emir heard him, didn't she? She heard Darion backstage, right? Somebody's either wrong or lying very badly here. An Interpol agent. I was wondering, what is Interpol anyway? Huh? Interpol? They're the guys who catch the international criminals. Why can't they just call them international police instead of making up some silly name? Yeah. Anyway, you think he was investigating Lemioir? What? Why would anyone do that? She's not a criminal. She couldn't be. Don't be fooled by appearances is all I'm saying. But remember, I'm a magician, Apollo. I can spot a palmed coin at 50 paces. If only it were that easy, Trucy. In any case, we know he was working on something. I wonder if it was something that has something to do with something. That's only being our case. That's something. I mean, something like that, I guess. Frankly, the whole thing is making my head hurt. What was Mr. Details up to? Trucy? Was that another one of your tricks? It wasn't me. I can't even make Mr. Hat laugh like that. It's you! Oh, what voice do I give you? Let me try something. Wherever the mundane gives way to miracles, a word is whispered. Grammar ye. Yeah, that works. Hey, the other day. Eek! Who's there? We didn't just imagine that, did we? He was wearing a silk hat. Friend of yours? Hardly! We meet again! Nice to meet you. Who are you? And could you please stop smirking like that? It's you! Uncle Valent!
Uncle Valent? He's your uncle?
No, silly. It's a great grandmother. Grandmargy. Valent Grandmargy. The Grand Magician.
Yes, it is I, the great Valent Grandmargy, as seen on TV. And could you please stop smirking like that? It's been a while, Miss Trucy. 7 years to be exact. My, how you've grown.
Good to see you again, Uncle Valent. You look exactly the same.
I hate to intrude, but what is the great magician doing paying us a visit? I believe it was you who wished to see me. So, be quick with your questions. And do not quail, quake, or quiver. I am quite tame. Though my stardom may sear the sight, I'm quite down to earth when need calls. You know, that was certain aura to him. It's very true.
Let's ask him about the case, Apollo.
His aura sure is an awesome magician in the making. He's practically drooling with enthusiasm. Like, how do you do that, Trucy?
After all, Uncle Valent's one of Daddy's best friends. That's why I call him Uncle.
What? Daddy, you mean it's right?
No, I mean my real daddy.
Trucy's real father?
Wait, Apollo. Don't tell me you don't know about Trop Grandmargy.
Trop Grandmargy? Huh? No. Oh, I've been saying it wrong. But it does sound kind of familiar. Oh, lost life! Lamentably listless lad! Do not know I'm the greatest trouble magicians on the planet! Valent Grandmargy. The name began to surface in my mind. It's a name I'd heard on television as a child.
You bet you've heard the same name. He made a cruise ship disappear and blew up an amusement park. Oh, and he made all this gold disappear from a safe. And then escaped from a high-security prison.
He said he's a magician. I open the locks to hearts changed by mediocrity. By mediocrity. That is a true miracle of Trop Grandmargy.
Wait. What, Apollo?
I do remember seeing you on television a long time ago.
Are you with someone else, like
a duo?
A duo?
Yeah, you had a partner. Something Grandmargy. Yes, Zach Grandmargy. A masterful maker of magic. A capable crafter of shining showmanship. Huh? Why is everyone so quiet?
Daddy?
Daddy? Huh? Oh, no, wait. Once upon a time, Trop Grandmargy included 2 grand magicians. Myself, Valent Grandmargy, and my partner, Zach Grandmargy. And this Zach was...
He was my real daddy.
Trucy's father, a magician. I guess it kind of makes sense. I had no idea. Sorry, Trucy.
There wasn't much point in talking about it. No, not now that he's gone.
Oh, I'm sorry, Trucy.
No, it's okay. I'm not lonely. I got my daddy after all. And you're making me laugh, Apollo.
Glad that I'm good for comic relief at least.
Not that I see Daddy around much these days.
I've been remiss in remembering my reasons for my visit. Reasons? 2, in fact. The first being, of course, to see you, Miss Trucy.
You don't know how happy I am to see you again, Uncle Valent.
I'm sure you are. I'm sure you are. How much for modesty are you? I encountered you at the Coliseum, the first time in 7 years. I could feign not to contain my emotions. I wept oceans. And to learn you now defend that poor pianist, that blinded boy. 'Twas a hot topic of talk amongst the staff, you know. And defend him you did.
Well, it wasn't all my doing.
I'm his defense attorney, actually. My other reason for coming here today was this.
That's a videotape?
Quite so. A recording of the concert, no less. Brought it for you, Trucy, on behalf of Trop Grandmargy. Will you watch it? What is this? Oh. Oh, that little spark, I see that. Oh, it's burning up. I just love seeing Clavier be so helpless to his guitar. It's so cute.
Wow, it's almost as good as it was alive. So, what's the word, mysterious?
Alright, another mysterious thing is in the song going on. Way more mysterious. Ha ha. This Valent Grandma, he has good reasons to be here today, but I wonder what his reasons were to be at that concert. I don't have the court record yet. Oh, there we go. Yeah, right here. The guitar starts to spark. Actually, right here, I need to see something. Oh yeah, he's still here. Who's that? Someone's down there. Clavier's guitar starts to spark. Anyway, can I present this to you? So, I was wondering, that stun in the middle of the song there. I didn't see a stun. What about Limewire vanishing and reappearing? Oh, that? I guess I'm so used to seeing that happen, I didn't even notice. So young to be so jaded. A simple sleight of hand, a petite prestidigitation, whatever that is. A modicum of magic from me to you.
So that's why you were at the concert.
Yes. I was there to watch my trick take to the air. So you're the one who knows how it was all done. Of course, I'm like a deity with the state as my domain. Several moments we are upon those floodlit boards now grasped tightly twixt my fingers. It is a potent, primal power I possess. Well, do you think you could
tell me it was done? Hey now,
Juicy?
That's like totally against the rules of power. Not during a murder investigation, it's not.
My snoring for my illusions are mine alone, monsieur. Also what? Before that terrible occurrence happened later. Well, after my illusion entered the audience. Oh. Don't even ask, I won't answer.
Too bad for you, Apollo.
Whose side are you on? I, Valent Grandma, now make my leave, Miss Juicy.
There's no need to rush, Uncle Valent. You should stay a while.
I'm afraid I cannot. I may not. I shall not. I've been asked to assist with an analysis, and so I shall slink back to the scene. So, you'll be at the concert venue today? Correct. If you recall, I may come to the Coliseum. See you later, crocodile. And he's gone. The whirl of his cloak and a wink of his eye. He turned and walked out to the door.
Well, normally. Well, there you go, Apollo. Let's get cracking.
Right. Now, Grandma, I had a few more things to ask him. Foremost among them, that bit of magic that made Lemioria disappear. And how he knows Trucy and her real father. Now can I finally examine this? No, I cannot. Maybe I can ask her herself. We took a look at your performance again. It was even better the second time. Thank you. That reminds me. That was an incredible illusion you pulled off. Illusion? When you teleported from one stage to the other, remember? Yes, apparently. They hired a professional magician. How and Grandma are you? I was wondering, do you think you could tell us how it was done? I'm afraid I cannot. Mr. Grandma already made me swear to never tell a soul. I was afraid of that. Hard to be a magician if you can't keep a secret, you know? I'm reminded that I wish to speak to you about something. Yeah? I was walking this hallway before. I stumbled upon a small device of some kind. It was lying on the floor. Device? Maybe you mean this? It's been lying there since the day before yesterday. Might I touch it? I thought as much. What? What did you think? This is one of our headsets. Everyone on staff wears one during a concert. I wonder whose this is. We use it for communication. It would be quite inconvenient. Should it go missing. We'll hold on to it for you then. We'll give it to Prosecutor Gavin when we see him. Yes, that's best. Thank you. Right, so can I put it on? Headset. Headset attached to Trucy. Attached? I'm not some kind of robot Apollo. Everyone on staff was wearing one of these headsets. This might warrant some further inquiry. Send for that, little buddy. This is Trucy reporting in. Over. Why the sudden silence? No one answered. Don't be silly. What good is a receiver that doesn't receive? It's like Emma not performing forensic investigations. You make her sound like she's some kind of forensic investigation machine. Which is just silly. Unless she's a super high-tech android that runs on snackers. Game theory. Alright, is that it? I think that may be it. Alrighty. July 9th, In the Wings. That song, isn't that the one Samuel was singing? Yeah, you're right, the Guitar Serenade. Oh, I'd love to do a film on a stage like this. I'd come to see that. The house is full, and as one, the audience sighs with wonderment. There I am, singing my ballad, rose petals swirling through the air. Not bad. Wait. Aren't you a magician? Oh. That's right, I was a magician, wasn't I? Some dedication. Oh, hello there. Aha! If it isn't Miss Trucy, and indeed it is, Uncle Valent! What exactly are you doing here? I take real responsibility in tasks undertaken. I'm inspecting my equipment of illusion to make sure naught is amiss. An amulet teleportation is illusion. Ooh! Should anything go wrong, it will reflect poorly upon me and my trope. As I went about my exacting examination, I happened to notice that piano. And I remember that fair lady's melancholy melody. Hey Pablo, maybe Uncle Valent can shed some light on this whole thing for us. I was wondering about the show the night of the murder. Emily's vanishing act was your illusion, right? Indeed. The purple prosecutor petitioned my performance. Like climax of the song, he said make her disappear, like a dream. Like a dream. Yet, what I can work on with the stage... Yet, what can I work on with the stage meant for musical endeavors? There are none of the convenience of a stage built for sorceress acts. It's a challenging task, and so I accepted. You will finally tell us. She disappeared from the top of the tower. But in order to move, you would have had to use some sort of secret tunnel. People come to me because I'm a professional among professionals. My illusions are custom made for a time and a place. Now, because of the murder, all the eyes on the nation are on this concert. Not a bad thing, as far as the forces of Trump Grandmaoyer are concerned. So, you were here checking up on your trick to make sure it went well. And it went well, it did. Now, speaking of pianos, that piano over there troubles me. It troubles you? Why? Why? Why do you ask? Why? I think it's probably quicker if I just go check it out myself. Thanks. That's one big piano. I've never actually played one. You should get Mr. Wright to teach you sometime. No, good. You can't play either. I kind of feel bad for the guy now. I mean, now my big chance. Stand back. There's gonna be the debut of a prodigy.
Ew. Did you make that noise just now? Let me try again. You know, I think something's stuck in the piano. Time to take a look under the hood. Huh. Look, this was stuck between the strings. It looks like some kind of switch. Someone must have thrown this into the piano. Switch plays in pocket. God, this music is making me all happy. This switch sitting here, I think I need to push it. Don't, you might blow up the whole Coliseum. Apollo, please. You know that every strange switch triggers a bomb. What, are you like her, like throwing me how to press every red button you see? The kind of old-fashioned crime drama thinking doesn't cut it out in our busy times. Right, Juicy P.I., please lie to me. What do you think this switch does? Maybe it turns on the electric razor Prosecutor Gavin's dressing room? Is switch as big as a razor turn on a razor? Okay. I want to see something. Words cannot express my shock and chagrin. What I can see before me is a stage, and me upon it. Nothing smarter, nothing less radiant catches my eye. True, you're getting on in years. Not much time left to make your mark, huh? This is not how I was seeing it. So he doesn't care about what I have to show him. I get the point. I know what you're thinking in that head of yours. Grand lawyer, yes, you say. I've got to see him on television. Something of that sort. Actually, yeah, you're kind of right. Now, you decide your mind, Apollo. Yeah, everyone tells him that he made a good guess. It was 20 years ago. A young magician, a genius of his time, came down among us. Oh, what the? His name was Magnified Gramarye. It was he who began the great trope Gramarye. At his prime, not a day passed that he did not play upon the screens of every TV there was. I have a vague memory of someone like that on TV. Yet several years ago, that time came to an end. My trope pulled the vanishing act, yes. Cries from magic no longer heard. The TV screen a barren waste. Stripped of illusion. That's not true. I still went to all your shows. Like that one in the parking lot down at the supermarket. When you start playing in the supermarket parking lots, you know you're in trouble. We hone our skill at these small venues, always awaiting our time. Yes, one day we will rise up from obscurity onto fame's shining stage once more. And I do this not only for the magic that is Gramarye, but for my partner. Your partner? You mean? Yes, Zach Gramarye, Susie's father. For he disappeared 7 years ago. There was no name higher than Gramarye in show's business circles. None. I will see his return to glory. I, Val Gramarye. Our founder, Magnifique Gramarye was truly a genius, a worker of miracles. I'll never forget the one I saw when I was little. How we made that whole jumbo let go. After the jet again? Apparently someone doesn't remember it as well as they thought. Of all the would-be magicians who came to his door, only Zack and I had the talent. In no time at all, Alan and Zack were the shining stars in the Gramarye crown. Cool, huh? And Zack Gramarye was my daddy. Now that Magnifi and Zack are gone, I have but one wish. Let it be I, Val Gramarye, who brings the Gramarye miracle back to the big stage. I'm rooting for you. Miss Susie, you cannot grow up quick enough. I need your skill by my side. One skill coming up. How do we manage to get off the topic of the case so quickly all the time? I have anything to show you. Not really. What about this? Oh. What did I fail to do?
think I did something wrong. Smile. Yeah, I think this is what I did missed. I asked you about the headset, Mamuel. You said that all concert staff were wearing one? That's correct. You need them to communicate across such a large stage. Everyone on the staff has one, of course. All of the band members too, I should think. Prosecutor Gavin and his lackeys had them on too, then. Quite helpful, no limited. Only work within 30 feet or so. After all, they're only for use on stage. As long as signal would interfere with the sound system. That does make sense. You think someone would notice if they dropped their only communications lifeline. So I was just one lying here. Ah, there we go. July 9th at Amelia's dressing room. Uh-oh. There's only one person I know who can munch with such venom. Emma! What are you doing here? Hello, Emma. You're looking as grumpy as ever. Now, am I supposed to be happy? You mean the second degree in court and Prosecutor Gavin makes me look like a fool. Talking about the blood statements from the toys left. My department chief had a field day with that one. Even a blind person could see the shooter wasn't blind. Funny guy, huh? But that bloodstain helped uncover the biggest mystery of all. Now we know that Mr. House was really with Interpol. We wouldn't have found that out without you. Nice. I suppose. Maybe that's why the chief gave me these after he was finished shooing me out. That was my reward. Are Saoka Snakus popular down at the precinct or something? I was hoping we could check out the crime scene again. Be my guest. You're not going to find any clues in here. Not going to find any clues in here. I did find something strange. Something strange? I met my embarrassment quota for the year. That's for sure. Well, that's a good thing, isn't it? How? I mean, think about it. Now you don't have to be embarrassed about anything else all year. If only it worked that way, Trucy. It just bugs me to think that little kid outsmarted me. And it makes him even more suspicious now that we know he can see. He could have seen the air duct, and he could have shot that revolver. But that's not how it sounded in Namiora's testimony. You mean her saying she heard Detective Darian's voice at the scene? That's right. Why can't we have a normal, straightforward killing once in a while in this country? I didn't hear that. I mean, you could literally just go back to, like, 1-1 and 2-1. Because those are, like, I think those are the only two cases that literally said, oh yeah, this guy's a killer in, like, one trial. But then I didn't hear that. Is that true? Was that true what you said in the court today? You know, about the case? About how everything was happening according to those song lyrics? The Guitar Serenade, you mean? I found the link, you know. First, Prosecutor Gavin's heart-shaped key ring was stolen, and Emilio flew through the air. Prosecutor Gavin's guitar had caught on fire, and in the end a bullet took Mr. Detail's life, and up he went into the sky with the guitar. Well, 15 feet up at least. It is kind of hard to chalk it up to coincidence. I know, and I found it. You think the same person did all this? Don't ask me, I didn't do it. Neither did I. I'm gonna fit through that air vent anyway. What? You won't think I did it? Why do they worry about that girl? So what did you find? It's so little. I must have passed over it yesterday. I found it on the sofa. What is it? Perhaps some device, I think. I haven't a clue what. There's bits sticking out from the end looked familiar, so I had it examined. I thought it was an antenna. Oh, like on a beetle? Like on a cell phone. This device must use an electric signal of some sort. An electronic signal, you say? Then, if that's the case... Hey, Emma, you wanna look at something I found? Do you think you could take a look at this? Small device. It was like a transmitter. A transmitter? You press the switch here and it sends out a signal. No idea what it's for, though. A signal. You mean an electronic signal? What is it, Apollo? Say, you know that strange object you said you found?
Oh, this?
Let me try pressing this switch.
Youch! It's on fire! Emma's device is on fire! What's the big idea? Ugh! Well, now we know what this is, an igniter. This part here must work like a lighter. It nearly lit me up, that's for sure.
Hey, don't look at me like that. I didn't do it on purpose.
I suppose. That means we're getting somewhere with this case. Hey, Apollo, let's ask Emma more about the switch, now that she has some first-hand experience.
I feel bad for Emma.
What are you trying to do? Burn me alive? Come on, it was just a few sparks. Says you weren't the one holding it. I see some sparks fire around here just with you two talking.
Anyway, now we know this is a remote for an igniter.
Let me see that for a second.
Well,
this is definitely a little transmitter. The signal's weak, probably only reaches 30 feet. A transmitter, huh?
remote trigger updated in the court record.
Incidentally, if you look at a cross-section diagram of the stage area, let's see, 30 feet from Lamior's dressing room. That covers the backstage completely. It also feels like you recovered the stage. Kind of seems unlikely that anyone would use this on the stage.
Form diagram added to the court record.
Guess I'd best be getting on with my investigation. We'll have to look for more clues elsewhere then. I feel better just knowing what this thing is now. I'll have to look into igniters a bit more later. Good luck!
I'd like to know a bit more about igniters myself. Igniter added to the court record. This theme is so good, I love it. It's like a remix of Trucy's. July 9th, Sunshine Coliseum. Oh, hello there. What, come to laugh at the murderer?
Diane!
An old bag opens her pie hole, and wham bam, my life goes down the chute. Thanks. They won't let me work while I'm a suspect.
Diane isn't in the best of moods, is he? How many people are these days, it seems? It is a crime scene, not exactly the happiest place to hang out.
Then Gavin had to go rub salt in the wound. My alibi is rock solid. Rock solid!
So, about your alibi.
You have to ask? The shooting happened right in the middle of the third set.
That's right. Music was blaring when we heard those gunshots, and found Mr. Taos dead.
And I've got 10,000 witnesses who saw me too. Right there on that stage.
Your guitar playing with something else.
Thanks, little lady. See? This whole thing's a sham. I can't believe they aren't letting me work.
There's no need to yell at me.
It's Lamior's fault anyway. She was the one who said she heard his voice at the moment of the crime. Man, I never even talked to that windbag. How could she possibly identify me?
They won't let you work?
He won't let me work. Gavin says I gotta lie low till the suspicion is cleared. What suspicion? He can't be such a stick in the mud.
Is it Gavin, the stick in the mud?
He may look all flashy and showy, but he's straight as an arrow, man. Except when he's depressed. You hear him whining the other day.
Oh, you mean the thing with the mixing board? And then there was that performance just now. What was that all about?
This part is off.
Which is that?
Second guitar.
It was you, Diane.
He's just a perfectionist is all. Not a bad guy, really.
Well, I think the Gaviners are the best. I have all your albums.
The band's fine too. Gavin can write a good tune. I'll give him that.
I'm just thinking about it. I haven't seen Prosecutor Gavin around much.
Oh, him? He's down at the prosecutor's office, most likely. The prosecutor's office?
I've never been there before, have I?
You know, the victim should have come in from Interpol. Normally, I'd be down there dealing with it. Normally.
Apollo, let's go check it out. I've always wanted to see the prosecutor's office. Maybe that's not such a bad idea, Trucy. Right on!
Say hi for me, okay? Oh, and screw you. And tell I want into that crime scene.
We'll be going now.
Hey, wait. Yes? What do you really think happened? Really? You don't think I did it, right?
Well,
Great. Way to instill a guy with some confidence. Just remember, I was ripping it all up on stage when it happened, okay? Ripping! Don't get let it stray by some siren song, eh? Get this one wrong and he'll be eating humble pie for a year. I'll bake it myself. And he's gone. Let's not talk to him anymore, okay? They have Dion Crescent. These ones don't I'd leave unturned if I had a choice. Oh, hello. Hello, Gavin's room. July 9th, Prosecutor Gavin's office. So, this is it. The Governor's head office. Not the band's office, just the prosecutor's office. Yeah, so that's why I am asking. What is this creepy thing? Object, whatever. Looks like Prosecutor Gavin is on the phone. Oh well, guess we'll have to come back. Or we can hide behind that bookshelf, real quiet like. That's eavesdropping. Why? We just be waiting quietly so he won't notice. What if we hear something scandalous about the band? She'd make a good reporter, so for a gossip mag. What? A replica? Why was he after it in the first place? Yeah, the Taos. The Taos? Look, don't talk to me about those Borginians, okay? Give me that report. Chop. It's not even mysterious objects in my office, okay? Sounds like this when I start to miss Darian. Huh? Hello, man. Hiya. Teehee, just saw we drop in. Hope you're not mad. How could I be? There's not enough teehee in the world in any case. Have a seat. Prosecutor Gavin, the philanthropist. What's your learn, Apollo? So, who have you come to see? Huh? Javier, the vocalist for the Governors. Prosecutor Gavin scores at the courtroom. What do you think he means, Apollo? I think he's giving us a choice. We can either ask him about the concert, or the case. Which way to go? Ah, that reminds me, did you see the paper today? Yes, I always read the TV section. Good girl. How about you, Air Forehead? I read the funnies. Then you will not have seen this. Concert of Tragedy, the prosecutor's deadly song. Ooh, is that a new show? I haven't heard about that one. It's not a show, it's an article. News, you know. Oh, does this have anything to do with the case? Just getting back from the trial, my phone has been ringing off the hook. How does it feel to take a man's heart with a song? Have you ever heard hum the man all the way to death row? Do you think you could sing for me over the phone? It is endless, thanks to the case you made today, of course. Oh, that was all Apollo's idea. Hey! Is that a newspaper over there, too? Ah, yes, the Burgundian Daily Bugle. Go ahead, take a look. Thanks, but I can't read Burgundian. Oh, that's right. Suffice it to say, this is big news over there as well. Well, they didn't go so far as to mention the lyrics to my song. How would no one in Burgundian could believe it? It's probably seen as just a theory at this point. I sure always didn't see the need to mention it. It makes sense. I don't really know what to think of it myself. Burgundian news may add to the court record. Lamio's testimony will probably be in the evening edition, I imagine. This is why I've had Darian step down from the investigation for now. Yeah, we ran into him moping in front of the Coliseum. Lamio was my invited guest, so it is a rather delicate situation. You understand how much I want to solve this case, quickly if possible. I really love that song, it had such a great atmosphere to it. You co-wrote it with Lamio, if I remember correctly. That's right, it was last year. Back onto our beginning of the Eagle system, as a matter of fact. And that's when you heard Amelia's voice? We were at a small jazz club. We were up that night. I know I had to meet her, to talk with her. So I used my influence, which is not inconsiderable, to arrange a meeting. Wow, prosecutors really have a lot of clout. I think it's sort of a special case, Lucy. Thankfully, she liked the work I did, and we wrote a song right there, backstage. Maki on piano, the dulcet voice, and myself on a guitar that I borrowed from Larry Oyer. And music history was made. Probably not an experience your average lawyer would ever have, like Apollo say. It is a memory I hold dear, and the song we wrote that night was this. That very guitar is right over there. You mean, as far as the lump? I call it a lump, that's a piece of history. And it's only brown, not really charred. No matter, I shall never sing that song again.
I wouldn't have used that guitar again either, if I could have.
What happened during that song anyway? Why did this guitar suddenly catch on fire?
You think you could show it to us?
Your charred, slightly burnt guitar? I'm sure he doesn't mind. What more could happen to it? That was an impressive bit of pyrotechnics that did this.
That's a guitar from the concert, isn't it?
And
I thought it was one of the staff playing a gag on me. I guess that wasn't the end of it. I had a special analyze the guitar, incidentally. Oh, did you find anything out? Didn't have a lot of time, so it's still unclear. But the results you came up with were intriguing.
intriguing.
How does that guitar tie into everything that went on? Sounds like something we should ask about. It was a beautiful instrument. It was played lovingly for many years. The guitar befitting a woman like Lammy Oyer. How did it end up here? She gave it to me. I mentioned how much I enjoyed playing it that night, and she made a present of it. So this guitar is from Borginia. That it is. Couldn't carry it on the plane, since it's an air pressure and immediately ruined the wood. So we vacuum packed it in Lammy Oyer's studio. It was a special shipping service available to me for transporting evidence. They brought it right up to my office for me. Pristine and untouched. See, prosecutors do have a lot of clout. I still think it's a special case. Just a valuable guitar. It's too bad it got burned. Prosecutor Gavin's guitar added to the court record. Hold on. I got something. There's like 3 scores, and then there's this. It's burned to clear through. Yep, it's pretty much a useless piece of junk. It's kind of like you after a trial, Apollo. Which part, the burn, the clean through, or the useless piece of junk? Nothing. All these little parts, it's pretty complex. I'm guessing this is where the fire comes out, other than that. Good machines run even if we don't know how they work. That's what Daddy always says. I feel you're saying you want to go around repeating, Truthy. Yeah. Oh. Imagine Machi did it, that'd be so funny. What was it that you were saying earlier? Something about intriguing results from an examination of the guitar? That's right. What was that all about? Well, you know how guitars have a round hole in the front? It is called a sound hole. So that's what it's called. Well, they found something attached to the wood just inside the hole. A broken device of some sort. A broken device? Yes. This, in fact. The examiner is busy with evidence for the case now, however. So he'll be checking this out once he's finished with everything else. Odd. That device looks strangely familiar. It has to be one of these. What is it, Apollo? That device that was found in your guitar. Take a look at this. Why? That looks like the same thing. What is it? It's an igniter. Another one? It was at the crime scene in Lammy Oyer's dressing room. Detective Sky found it, actually. At the scene of the crime? What does that mean, I wonder? Prosecutor Gavin, about this remote. Wait, excuse me, did you say something? The remote control might be viable ammunition for the trial tomorrow. Sorry to show my hand now. You would think someone with such a loud voice would speak more clearly, yeah? Being delusional. What's that on the plate there? Is that gum? Gum? I never tried gum, Paolo. Well, I'm glad you don't. Maybe he was chewing it when the phone rang, so he put it on the plate for later consumption. You think a Rockstar could afford a fresh stick? Don't jump to any conclusions now. No, that's not chewing gum. Take a closer look. Although I really shouldn't be offering, should I? What is that? It's like a lump of plastic. Wait, that phone call. Yeah, so that's why I am asking. What is this creepy thing? Object? Whatever. Looks like Prosecutor Gavin is on the phone. What? A replica? So why was he after it in the first place? Yeah, Lee Taos. Prosecutor Gavin, does this have something to do with Mr. Lee Taos? Wait a second. You were listening to my phone call, weren't you? Who, us? I tried to stop him, really, but he forced me to. Hey, you were the one thinking for a scandal, Mr. Reporter. To tell the truth, I'm not even sure what it is. But apparently it's a model of something undercover agent Mr. Lee Taos was after. This lump? Would you mind telling us what you do know about it? Nah, fuck. This was found in Mr. Lee Taos' bag. It's apparently a replica of something. A replica? That's a small lump, about an inch and a half long. We analyzed it, but there's not much to say, other than it's a lump of plastic. Plus it was used to be in the identification of whatever it is a replica of. You mean, whatever Mr. Lee Taos was after? That seems to be the most logical explanation. Well, what is it? Don't ask me, Fraulein. Oh? If you don't want to tell us, you could just say so. I'll put it in a request to Interpol via my contacts in Borginia. But apparently there's a block on information somewhere along the chain. Oh? Something either Interpol or Borginia doesn't want to share. Think about this little piece of plastic. Judy Taos went through all that trouble to become Lamoury's manager. She has to come to this country to find out more about this lump. And he died for it. Lump got added to the court record. Said someone to the RCM to Professor Lamoury. Perhaps she knows something about it. Being a Borginian. I believe that covers everything I'm at liberty to talk to you about. Oh. Thanks for dropping by, Air Forehead. Thanks? Why, you give me so much information. At Igniter, for instance. Oh, I've never met an attorney so forthcoming with the prosecution. It's a big help. Or perhaps he was just a tad naive, I guess I could have hit it, but I'm not sure if I like the right thing. I could say the same to you, Prosecutor Gavin. Thanks for the information. About the strange lump of plastic. That one that Mr. Taos was investigating. Hey, that's right. I've been thinking, Air Forehead. We encounter many incidents in our lives, all of us, not all of them simple. Especially not the ones where people are killing to song lyrics. Which is why I try to at least remain simple inside, and I keep a simple goal to discover the truth. That's why I like to keep relations civil, yeah? That is all. I can live with that, really. What is this? Sample? Sample, huh? Think they put a big enough label on it? It used to keep people from eating it by mistake. Yeah, they might think it was an otherwise tasty multicolored lump of plastic. Maybe it's a manufacturer. Sample toys when you can't afford the real thing. Not like a company Mr. Wright would make. That's true. Mr. Prosecutor? Fraulein, can I ask you why you sing in a band? Ah, because I want women to turn and look when I walk down the street. That's pretty simple, too. Now, if you'll excuse me, I've got work to do. Another time, perhaps. And he's gone. July 9th, Sunshine Coliseum. Oh, it's you. You came at a good time. Hello there, Emma. What's up? Either of you know where Nami Oyer is? Well, I saw her in the backstage hallway a while ago. Yeah, that's strange. What's strange? What's strange? I can't find her anywhere. I was supposed to bring her to the prosecutor's office. Nami Oyer's missing? So I have to imagine her wandering off somewhere on her own. Being that she's blind and all. Yeah, we'll help you look for her. Great, thanks. July 9th, backstage hallway.
This place is deserted. I wonder what Amioya went off to. I'm sure she's okay on her own. She seems resourceful. I guess, but I can't help worry about her a little. Out to the detention center. Is she there? July 9th, the detention center. Visitor's room. Looks like Machi is in questioning. Huh, the police must have a Borginian interpreter. That's not fair. I wish we could talk to him. I guess we'll just have to come back later if we want to see him. I guess so. No, he's somewhere. I don't know where. July 9th, 4:46 p.m. in the wings. Huh? The stage is pitch dark. Power breaker must be off for this section. Great. I will get someone. Yipes, it was really dark out there. Dark, that's all an Amioya has when you think about it. That's all an Amioya has when you think about it. What would it be like to live in a world of darkness? Hey, Apollo, huh? What? Doesn't something about the stage seem different to you? Like, something's changed? Changed? I can't put my finger on it, but it's bugging me. Now it's bugging me too. What's he talking about? I'm gonna think of one thing, Trucy. Hey, that case. Wasn't that open before? Huh, I guess someone closed it. Wait, look, where the case closes. Something's sticking out. That doesn't look like an instrument. I don't think it's open, Apollo. Oh, shit. Eek! Amioya! Emma! We have to get Emma! Amioya was taken directly to the hospital. Emma ran around, barking orders, making phone calls. She just clung to my arm and cried. And me, I was still in shock. 2 bodies in 2 days is too many. Oh no, I don't like this place! So that's where that pedophile is. Friday night, 5:53 p.m. Hickfield Clinic, waiting room. Emma, how's Amioya? Is she okay? You. We all owe you a big thanks, that's for sure. So, she's okay? Yes, she came to a short while ago. You found her before it was too late. That's good to hear. So, what happened? Someone attacked her. She was struck on the forehead. By who? We don't know. But they hit her on the forehead, right? That's right in front of her. How does she not see? Oh. Right. Would you like to see her now? Is that alright? She wants to thank you for saving her life. Hello, bitch. Amioya! Mr. Attorney. You were the one who found me. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. I'm just glad you're okay. Tell me, what happened? It was after I spoke with you in front of the dressing room. I said someone approaching. I thought it might be someone come to see me, but they said nothing. I went to return to my dressing room. You were hit? I knew, that very moment. I knew! The assailant was trying to kill me. No. It was lucky for me that the first blow did not knock me out. I turned and ran for the stage. Someone was chasing me. I could hear footsteps, and I reached the stage first. Why the stage? I had overheard maintenance people talking. The power to the stage area was off, they said, for electrical work. Darkness is my ally. There was a contrabass case near the stage. That is where I hid. So the assailant couldn't see you. Once in the case, I'm afraid I passed out. Wow, that sounds like a really close call. Do you have any idea who it might have been? Fortunately, no. Whoever it was, they said not a word. Too bad. Yet when I considered that I was struck high on the forehead, I was concluded that whoever hit me was harder than I am. Good point. She's sharp. And you're much taller than I am. You're about as tall as Apollo, so that means it was likely an adult, and probably a man. Could it be him?
Why would anyone attack you, Lamioyer? The detective asked me this too. And I gave her the same answer I gave you. I do not know. Ah, Lamioyer, I wanted to ask you about this. You know what this is? This is what? Mr. 3000 is carrying it. The replica of the thing he was after. He was after? In his secret identity as an undercover agent. So that's what he was doing. You mean, you know what? Yes, I know, of course. This must be a Borginian cocoon. Or rather, a convincing replica thereof. I heard of a Borginian cocoon before. Why would he be carrying this around? Was this some kind of souvenir? I wonder. Well, they call it Borginian. It must only be found in Borginia. For certain, all in Borginia know of these. It's a cocoon, so do you get silk from it? I do not know the details, I'm sorry to say. She said all in Borginia knew of these. There's one fact I do know about the cocoon, though. Something all in Borginia, though.
What's that?
The cocoons are not to be taken out of the country. Someone does, and it's caught, they will be put to death. To death? To death? Why? I do not know. Yet if Interpol was involved, I'm sure there was a good reason. But this is just a piece of plastic. He was carrying a replica. We're looking for the real deal. That's my best guess. So that's what was up. So that's what he was up to? Tracking down Borginian cocoon smuggling. Smuggling. I guess it seems I was marked. Marked? I have changed for me with the popularity of my songs. I began to travel around the world. Ah, so you could have brought those Borginian cocoons with you. On my trips, yes, that was probably the suspicion. Mr. Details was placed on as an undercover agent to look into it. Borginia is a small, sheltered country. Not many of our people venture into the outside world. Is that why they suspected you? But Mr. Details wasn't a Borginian, was he? Was an Interpol agent, which means... What, Apollo? There must be some reason why Borginia doesn't want those cocoons getting out. Something scary enough to get Interpol involved. Huh? Like what? How could such a tiny ball of thread cause such a commotion? Cocoon smuggling. Mr. Details had an Lamioyer marked. It couldn't be her. Huh? There's one other person I need to talk to. Thank you for talking to us, Lamioyer. It was the least I could do. Actually, I have another request. It is within my power. I need an interpreter, someone who speaks Borginian. Apollo? Will you come with us if you're well enough? I see. Yes. Yes, of course. I shall accompany you. Huh? Huh? Where are we going? Come on, Trucy. We're about to get to the bottom of this. Slide 9, Detention Center Visitors Room. Maki, we came to talk to you about the case. Maki? Could you interpret for us, Lamioyer? Yes. Machi, I'd like to talk to you about when we first met. When we still thought you were blind. Now we know the truth. You can see, right? I was completely fooled myself. Machi, isn't there another secret you're hiding from us? Wait, Mr. Attorney, what do you mean by secret? What do I mean by secret? Well... Oh shit. Wait, I don't know! Wait, this is a good question. I'm gonna say this. If I'm not mistaken, you know something about this, don't you? Hey, you got a reaction! A big one! Machi, you didn't. Trucy and I are trained to see people's uncertainty. Now, not that we would have needed any training to see that one. Mr. Attorney, please tell me what this is all about. Lamioyer, please interpret. Very well. I know you know something about this by your reaction. If you won't tell me, I might have to give it to the prosecution and have them look into it. He asks you to wait. Do not be so hasty. Machi? Machi? Do you know everything? Yes, everything. Well, kind of, sort of. Have him tell us about it. Very well. What is this cocoon anyway? The cocoon, the silk, is a potent cure. A cure? It must cure some disease. It's a cure for incuratus. A cure for incuratus? Updated in the court record. But if it's a cure, why keep it in Borginia like that? Just think of all the lives they could save by sharing the medicine. I do not understand the reasons myself. Okay, well, at least we know what it is. A cure. Wizardly House was after cocoon smugglers. Wait, was Machi? Machi, you weren't... You're gonna be a smuggler? He's so little! Well, you're only 15 and you're sort of a magician, aren't you? Man, that is true. I am sort of a magician. She said sort of. Oh, do I have a copy of that security camera tape? Now, Machi, are you a smuggler? He won't tell me. First he plays Vine, now he plays dumb. I wonder. Do you think he brought a cocoon here to sell it to someone? Unless he really did bring one into the country. Was he planning on making a deal for its sale? I can't go home. Can't go home? I can't go home to Borginia. I do not want to go home. Penalty for taking a cocoon from Borginia is death. That's right, it's punishable by death. About the case. What about the case? You want to tell us about Mr. Taut's death? This meeting's over. Oh, hello there! Daryan? Daryan? What do you mean visiting hours aren't over yet? What do you mean? Visiting hours aren't over yet? There's a call from Machi from the Borginian embassy. This meeting is over. Sorry. Just give us like 5 more minutes. We can call them back after that. Sorry. No. Come on, Peanut Boy. We're leaving. Daryan, wait! I never liked you either. I never liked you. Either of you. Huh? Darn it! We were so close. He was about to tell us. Hey, Apollo. You didn't want us to hear what Machi had to say. Apollo! There can only be one reason why. Why is everyone ignoring me? Oh, sorry. This is it. I know who I'm after now. It all happens tomorrow in court. Oh, I want to play the next chapter. Like, I'm actually so curious. An hour 20. Let's see how far I can get before I have to get off. Oh, wait, shit. Whoopsies. Sorry about that, chat. July 10th, 9:49 a.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby number 2. Well, this is it. Today's the day it all goes down. And then there was yesterday. This meeting is over. Sorry. Just give us 5 more minutes. We can call them back after that, please. Sorry, no go. Come on, Piano Boy. I'm leaving. Daryan, wait! Never liked you. Neither of you. Huh? Darn it! We were so close. He was about to tell us. Hey, Apollo. He didn't want us to hear what Machi had to say. And I think I know why. Time to bring down a little justice. Bang. Eek! Ooh, what was that? He was heard but unseen. Who's that talking? My boy! Battleground, where are you? I explained as he walked in through the door. Normally. You aren't the witness today, are you, Uncle Valiant? A preposterous proposition. How could I stand up on the stand? Why, my secrets would be free for the plucking. I might even have to sign autographs. This is why I intend to remain hidden for the entire day. Ooh, with fantasy magic? Indeed. I will stop upon an express train and express myself to the next town over. Before I go, a word of warning. Warning? What? A Grand Army grammar resides at the root of all that has happened. Do not forget this truth. A grammar?
A spell, a sorcery, a great illusion! Mr. C, now it pains me to part so. You need to get in line for a ticket. Farewell!
And there he goes. He sure seemed happy about that illusion thing. Oh, big illusions are the bread and butter of a magician. Yeah, pull off a show without one. Big illusion is always a spectacle to remember. Fortunately, usually involves cutting up things like people or elephants, or the Eiffel Tower. Anything really. So he was talking about what we saw at the concert. And Mario's disappearing act. Prosecutor Gavin's exploding guitar. I wonder what he meant by it being at the root of all that has happened. It's a cocoon, isn't it? It's a cocoon, isn't it? Well, it's about time, shall we go?
Excuse me, sir.
Yes?
Scheduled starting time for the trial has changed. The trial will not be commencing until 10:30 a.m. Sorry for the inconvenience.
Huh? Something happened?
This is the first. As by the judge's request, some urgent personal business.
Then get his brother! Great, I bet he stayed up too late last night watching courtroom dramas.
Get the judge's brother, his Canadian brother, so I can have a cool voice for him. Apparently, he's been visiting the hospital again.
The hospital?
I believe it was mentioned that the Chief Justice's son is unwell. Apparently, his condition worsened considerably this morning.
The Chief Justice's son? Oh, that's right. Remember yesterday morning? The judge said he had to go visit him after the trial.
There's an article about it in the newspaper. If you care to read about it yourself, newspaper article added to the court record.
Incuritis? Where have I heard that before? I think you be that article for us, Apollo.
Well, I shall.
Incuritis syndrome, first case in country. Disease strikes closer to home than ever before. Just leave the TV guide page to me. Try not to use the page with the funnies if you can. Oh. July 10th, 10:30 a.m. District Court, courtroom number 3.
My apologies for the delay. Courtroom is now in session for the trial of, how do you say his name again?
Machi-Tobai, our suspect Fortissimo.
Right. It is trial in any case. The defense is prepared, Your Honor.
The prosecution is ready to rock.
Is something wrong, Your Honor? No. Well, yes. It's just, I've been friends with the Chief Justice since we were students. It pains me to see him going through such a difficult time.
Incuritis, was it? An article said there was no known cure. Aaron Judge, let me say, with all honesty, I feel your pain. But now is not the time for tears. Now is the time for law.
Indeed. We'd have thought at quite the juncture yesterday. I asked Interpol about that number, IPEXX 314206. The agent registered under this number was Romain Taus. Thanks for looking into that for us, Detective Grisend. It's a great help. No problem at all, Your Honor. I'll be heading out.
Hold it! Hold it! Wait! That voice just now. It was him. I am sure of it.
It was him?
That voice I heard. Found with Mr. Taus. When I heard that the gunshots fired. It was him! It was Mr. Darian!
No way!
Quite a sensational ending. Who would have thought Darian would guest star in the season cliffhanger as a suspect?
I asked the prosecutor to look into this matter. Please tell us about your findings. Oh shit.
Darian Kristen is a member of my band, the Gaviners. He is also a detective, making the current charges serious indeed. Yes, after investigation, I have found no cause to alter our case, or file new charges.
And your reason is?
Are you aware, Air Forehead? He has an impeccable alibi.
An alibi?
Let us review the facts again, shall we? Concert held on the night of the shooting was in 3 sets. The Gaviners ripped up the stage during the first set. With the second set, our guests took center stage.
Only performers appearing were myself, Namioyer, and Maki, along with a drummer and bassist, for a total of 5. Returning in the dressing room, however, took place during the 3rd set. Namioyer and the defendant, Mazi Tobai, had left the stage at that point. The cameras were already rocking. This is when 2 shots rang out at the scene of the crime. Shots were by Detective Emma Sky, mind you. And Apollo, you heard them too, right? I sure did. Furthermore, Namioyer herself witnessed the moment of the crime. Well, perhaps I should say, she heard the moment of the crime. But she claims to have heard Mr. Detail's head and Detective Crescent talking. Well, that's impossible. Detective Crescent was... Precisely, Detective Crescent was on stage, getting his groove on, no less. Voila! Perfect alibi! Does the defense have anything to add to this? It's true. When I heard those gunshots, he must have been on stage. Still, there's something here that doesn't quite add up. It appears the defense has no objections. We can safely say that Dorian's Crescent alibi has been acknowledged. We say that lawyer Namioyer was sadly mistaken. Testimony cannot be true. Very well. Of course, if we disregard a testimony. But I see no evidence keeping us from declaring your verdict. If indeed there are no objections. Uh-oh, Apollo. You take care of the verdict now. Prosecutor Gavin's case is airtight. Namioyer might have been lying to protect Maki. Not rely on her testimony. Wait, what about yesterday in the detention center? About the case. What about the case? You want to tell us about Mr. Detail's death? This meeting's over. Banana. Darian? Matsu was trying to tell us something. I know it. I know it has to be true because I have the power of friendship on my side. Maybe the best thing to do is ask him. Under oath. Very well. The court finds the defendant. What was his name again? Objection! Your Honor! No, that wasn't it. It was something like Marquis or... Mr. Justice? Your Honor, before you declare a verdict, I would like to declare another witness. Exactly who else do you need to hear from? A witness who, till now, has not been given a chance to speak in this court. Because he doesn't speak English. You don't mean... I do. The defense calls defendant Machi Tobai to the stand. What? But he doesn't speak English. You'll use an interpreter. Interpreter? I'm afraid you'll have to look elsewhere. I only speak a few phrases, such as, I love you and, where is the toilet? The defense would like to request Namioyer as the interpreter. Namioyer? But there's a possibility she's protecting the defendant. But she'd be interpreting for the defendant. Why would she lie? This is most unusual. Ha ha ha. Bravo, Air Forehead. Here, Judge, the prosecution agrees with the defendant's request. Namioyer lies, I'll be able to tell. Even minor knowledge of the language should be enough for that. Both prosecution and defense over this. I see no cause. See no cause for refusal. Finally, some process! Bailiff, please show the defendant and Namioyer to the witness stand. Do we get a duo? Yeah! I suppose it's the first time for everything. Shall we proceed? Your name to begin with, if you would, Namioyer. Yes. He says, Machi Tobai, the defendant. This is certainly a first for this courtroom. Not that we really needed an interpretation for that message in particular. So far, so good. Very well, Mr. Justice, if you would, huh? If I would what, Your Honor? Would what? You called the defendant to the stand, did you not? What would you have him testify about? What do I want him to testify about? I hadn't thought of that far yet. Apollo! Are you going to ask him about what he was telling us yesterday? How do I know if I don't know what he was saying? Excuse me a moment, for how he might speak. Yes, Namioyer? Just now, Monty said there was something about which he wishes to testify. Monty wants to testify about something. What could it be? What sort of testimony is he talking about? One moment, if please. Ah, the suspense is killing me. What? What? Well, Namioyer? According to Machi,
He has proof of his innocence. What? This is a surprise. Yahoo! Victory, Apollo! We did it! Sounded too good to believe, and I know what that usually means. Well, if that's true, then this is vital testimony, Maki. We testify to the court. Very well. Witness testimony. He says that word of Mitterhaus's death came as a great shock. If the killer truly followed the lyrics of my song, that is, he could not have done it. That because the lyrics are in English, he does not understand them. I see. I have understood the English lyrics of the song. That would prevent him from following them so closely. I wonder what he meant by proof. Why, you would only have to ask Lamioyer to know the meaning of that song. Lamioyer, did you ever explain the lyrics of that song to him? I did tell him, generally, what the song was about, but never in so much detail, and he never asked. As my oft-repeated warning already fled that forehead, Lamioyer might be protecting the witness. Well, anyway, let us proceed with the cross-examination. Mr. Justice, if you would. Yes, Your Honor. Something's hidden in that testimony, and I know it. I'll just have to trust my bracelet to tell me where. It worked yesterday. It'll work today. I'm gonna take you down, Gavin. He says that word of Mr. Dodge's death came as a great shock. Sure. But if the killer really followed the lyrics of my song, he could... You're lying! Oh, because it goes so quickly. Let's look at, Maki real quick. Oh, look at his eyes. That's really cute. That's really cool. That is he, could not have done it. Yeah. Alright. Nothing going on there. Hold it! But by could not have done it, you mean it is very simple. Mati could not have done all the things that has happened that day. For all those things followed the song lyrics closely. Said that because the lyrics are in English, he does not understand them. What about this one? He says that because the lyrics gotcha! Bitch! Machi, you can't fool my eyes. You glanced toward her the very moment Lamioyer said the word English. Why? And don't bother interpreting that. He understands me. Machi, tell the truth. You can't understand English, can't you? What are you saying? Of course he can't. Machi continued this charade. Mr. Justice, Machi says this. I know the word English. Huh? Before coming to this country, you heard me speaking English. You learned the name for this language, that is all. What? Give me a break! That's such an unusual word to understand. Do you not know Espanol, for instance? Well, yeah, but... I am sorry, but he truly does not understand your English. Well, then explain this. How does he know the crime followed the lyrics? Have you always been such a suspicious-minded lad? It is simple. So simple, it hardly requires an explanation. You read about it in the newspaper. The newspaper? Breeding Doughy Bugle. You can buy it in this country these days, you know. They have already begun to report about this case in our homeland. I was right! What is wrong, Mr. Justice? Your eyes. You're quite the fierce all of a sudden. Machi is lying. Maybe it's time to show them proof that he is lying! I have here a Burgundian newspaper, the Burgundian Daily Bugle, as a matter of fact. Indeed, there's a feature article about the case. Could you read this for me, Machi? That's right. It doesn't mention the lyrics. What? What is this all about? I am sorry, Machi. You couldn't have read about the lyrics in a Burgundian newspaper. Oh, this would be such a good theme for a pursuit. What does this mean? But I don't see how it's possible. Ah, I know. Once I've heard the lyrics when the police were doing their questioning. Yes. Not possible. The subject of the lyrics was not brought up in police questioning. I read the full report myself. So, the lyrics weren't in the newspaper and the police didn't mention them. The only place you could have heard them was in this courtroom. In English, no less. The witness will explain himself. As he says, yes. It is true I read the newspaper, but this is not where I learned of the lyrics. I was mistaken. Now I remember. You remember? Why does everyone like do this? He says he heard of the lyrics from me. What? Is this true, Nami Warrior? Hold on, I'm gonna put this in here. Yes, I am afraid I have forgotten it myself. It looks like Error 4 has been summoned to conclusions again. Seems so, yes. No! I was onto something! I know it! I can't let this chance slip away! Time is an initiative today, Mr. Justice. Are you finished with the cross-examination? What are you going to do, Apollo? If I'm going to keep on cross-examining, I'd better have an angle of attack. Or else. My brace was still reacting. Your Honor, please allow me to continue. If you must, you must. Very well, witness. I understand. It was I who explained the crime followed the song. So, the bracelet is reacting, so something happened. It was I who explained that the crime followed the song. It was I who explained that the crime followed the song. Exactly how much did you explain to Machi? Ah, this is a question for me, yes? This interpretation thing is getting old fast. I told him that Mr. Litao had been killed and why he was a suspect, and I told him the crimes of the day that followed my song. Did you mention any particular words of the song relating to the case, such as heart? Yes, of course I explained this. He was quite surprised. Yay, I knew he was innocent! I believe he is too, Trucy. I do. What's wrong, Apollo? You had a tummy ache or something? Something's hidden in that testimony. If it's the truth, I'll find it. Oh, you bitch. Nami Warrior, I'm currently cross-examining Machi. Why should you be uncertain? Me? Uncertain? Yes, you swallowed the very moment you told the court. It was I who explained. I see there was no point in trying to hide anything from you. Emulator, are you indeed protecting someone? Not a question with a simple answer. To tell the truth, I do not believe it myself. Then allow me to answer for you. Emulator, you're protecting... Oh, I just said bye, obviously. Emulator, you are protecting Machi. That's why you lied and told us that you had explained how the crime followed the song. I don't fault you for trying to help, but this is not the way. Machi, I believe you didn't do it. Really, I trust you. But you've lied to us twice, and this is where I'm gonna stop for today. We will continue. Actually, no, I'm probably... Hold on. I'll be right back. I gotta do things in like 30 minutes. I'll do things for like 30 minutes. I'll be back though. Don't worry. Don't worry, chat. I'll be back. Don't worry about that. I have to go, and I really want to finish this, so. So sorry for the long delay, everyone. I had to go to the story, so maybe you guys can forgive me. We're getting back into the trial, obviously. Alright, let's get to it. But you've lied to us twice. And now you have Lemuel lying on your behalf. If this is going to work, you have to trust me too. Your two lies cover a simple truth. You understand English, you have to. Oh! Wait, what voice do I even give him? Like... I'll figure it out. Witness, is this true? Do you understand English? Yes, a little. Only... What? First he could see, now he can talk. And you did not know about this, Lemuel. No, I did not. It is quite a surprise. How many secrets is this witness hiding? This is last. Machi, could you tell us what really happened? No shooting. I did no shooting. So, you weren't in the dressing room when I heard those two gunshots, correct? Apparently the answer to that question isn't simple either. I was in dressing room, behind desk, manager, he on floor. We should be after the shooting, right? Then there was voice. Voice? Voice of voices. Was it you and Emma Powell? So when Machi went into the dressing room, Mr. House had already been shot. And then we came to the door. Panel high up, I take off. Run away, run away! So it was you who escaped through that air vent. The prosecution was upheld all along, no less. The defendant is admitted to being at the scene. Might we take this as a confession? No! He's clearly denied that he did it! I know shooting. Manager on floor. Already on floor. The victim had already been shot, you say? Why not hard to believe? The defendant understood the song lyrics. He was at the scene of the crime. It can only mean one thing. He is the shooter. Does the defendant have anything to say to this? He's clammed up, Powell. And let's ask Mr. Justice. Will you require any further testimony from the witness? Is that it? There's nothing else I can get him to testify about? Wait, no, of course there is. What is this cocoon anyway? The cocoon, the silk, is a potent cure. A cure? Well, Machi, are you a smuggler? He won't tell me. The cocoon has to have something to do with this. Machi, please, tell us the truth for your own sake. No. No more speak. Not to any of you. So much for your prince's trust there, forehead. Hey, you're the one who didn't believe him. Regardless, this brings us to an impasse. Those seem that the defendant and the defendant are at odds. I doubt we are likely to earn anything more value should this continue. I see no other course but to create a 5-minute recess. The defense will work things out with the defendant so that we might proceed. Oh no. Oh no. July 10th, 11:23 a.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby number 2. No, it's 3 hours. Apollo Eustace. That's justice, but I don't know how to say it if you ever want to get some. Believe, I know shooting. Ozzy claims his dirty house was already down on the ground when he entered the room. Maybe it was a trap and he walked right into it. Suddenly, I hear a revolver. Close, very close. Then I hear a voice. You heard gunshots? Yes, it's true. I hear a revolver, but only sound. Wait, you're saying you went into the dressing room and found Mr. House already dead, and then you heard shots? If that's true... So, you were at the scene of the crime and you heard those shots? And you escaped through the air vent. I know. Huh? 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 What do you know? I know if I open a vent, I can leave stage and backstage. So the vents went to both the stage and the backstage area. Is that what he means? Hey, he's right. Look, Apollo. Huh, yeah. But how did you know it was connected like that? Wait, I bet his father was the architect that designed the hall or something. I hear this from magician. Magician? Don't look at me! A magician, huh? Now, at least we are clear on one thing. Monty didn't shoot Mr. Details. Yeah, but what does that leave us with? We're supposed to say he went into the room to find the body and then he heard the shots? That's one going to go over the... that's one. That one's going over... That one's going to go over well in court. Not. Bo, you're his defense. You're supposed to believe whatever he says, even the lies. That's what Daddy always told me. I'll just pretend you misheard him. Every time. So, what do we do? You're sure you won't testify, Bachi? No talking. No. Well, it was worth a shot. That cocoon. I can't go home. Can't I go home? I can't go home to Borginia. I do not want to go home. The penalty for taking a cocoon from Borginia is death. That's right, it's punishable by death. Of course, he's scared. Oh well, I guess we'll have to try a different approach. That's the spirit of Paolo. So, what's your plan? If Monty won't testify about it, we'll have to get someone else to testify. Someone else? I think we're out of time. Let's get back in there. Right. July 10th, 11:28 a.m. District Court, courtroom number 3. Court is now back in session. This judge have you sort of things out with the defendant. Yes, Your Honor. We had a good talk. Very well. So will we testify? Your Honor, the defendant will not testify. What? Shame. I never thought this was your big chance to turn this case around. Actually, it is. The defense would like to approach this case from a different angle, Your Honor. A different angle? Monty won't testify, and I know who will. I would like to cross-examine the witness in this case, Lammy Oyer. Lammy Oyer?
Objection!
What are you up to now? I thought we determined yesterday that Lammy Oyer's testimony was insubstantial. There's nothing you can... Lammy Oyer was taken to the hospital yesterday with injuries. What happened? She was assaulted, Your Honor. Assaulted? Someone wanted Lammy Oyer dead. Thankfully, she was able to save herself. What? I've heard no such report. Prosecutor Gavin? Why would anyone be out to kill Lammy Oyer? Can you think of a reason? Well, think of how she is known in our country. A singer from overseas who doesn't speak English, yes? And someone tried to keep her mouth shut. Who could that have been? You don't think? I do. It was the same person who shot Mr. Detaus. The killer was afraid of her, afraid of what she might say. I must believe that something was hidden in her testimony yesterday. Something that the killer doesn't want getting out. So, am I understanding that this is what you are saying? Namely, that there isn't a nugget of truth in Lammy Oyer's testimony. A nugget we have yet to uncover. Exactly. Lammy Oyer was attacked. It was serious implications, and can I go back to my turkey sandwich? Very well. There were some vague points in her testimony during yesterday's trial. Perhaps we did not inquire as deeply as we might have into some. The court will hear Lammy Oyer's testimony once more. No, but... Lammy Oyer, I must apologize. We must ask you to stand again and speak. You need not apologize. I know that Monty is innocent. And I will do all that I can until the court passes this. Let's review your testimony from yesterday. Told us that you heard two gunshots and an intruder's voice through the window. And that the voice belonged to Dorian Crescent, yes? That is correct. At which point I proved that she is... At which point I proved she could not be correct. She wouldn't have heard any of those things. Small window at the scene was closed. I was found it to be quite soundproof. I don't care. You have nothing to say to that, Mr. Justice. I don't know exactly what yet, but I do know there's something there. There is, it seems, much you do not know. Yet it is my duty to hear him out. Perhaps the witness would be so kind as to testify once more to the court. Of course, Your Honor. What I heard I was on my way from the stage to the backstage exit. That's when I heard them. Mr. Details, I'm a detective. I heard the faint sound of a gunshot and stopped. I heard another gunshot. There was a smell of gunpowder. I knew I must tell someone, but I was in a hurry, so I kept moving past a small window. Pretty much the same as yesterday's testimony. I am sorry. I am not used to speaking much in this language. Perhaps my descriptions are lacking in some way. Yet everything I have said here is the truth. And it is my distinct displeasure to say this. What you have said to have happened is impossible. Do I have to repeat myself? Now Mary was attacked because of this testimony. What, Trixie? Apollo, you know, for a moment there, you were pretty cool. Maybe I do better, but I don't try to think ahead. Very well, Mr. Justice. Perhaps you can coolly cross-examine the witness. Oh, hell yeah, I can do that. No problem. Cross-examination. Is my bracelet being a little bitch? No, it isn't. I was on my way from the stage to the backstage exit. Something wrong. I know I said hold it, but she's saying the same thing she said before. Mr. Justice, sorry, it's nothing. Please continue with your testimony. Now I know what they mean about the reckless youth these days. But what you read over there is a shining example, Air Judge. And the last person who should be pointing fingers, Mr. Rockstar. That's when I heard them, Mr. Towson and the detective. Oh wait, that would explain the key ring, actually. I heard the faint sound of a gunshot and stopped, and I heard another gunshot. Diane Crescend. I did not know his name at the time. But yes, it was him. The one who took the stand yesterday. How many times do I need to remind you that's impossible? There's no way you could have heard him. Because the window at the scene was closed. Is that why? Of course. Pato, if we keep asking the same questions as yesterday, we won't get anywhere. She's right. Maybe there's a different angle I can try. What were they talking about? And Amelia, do you by any chance remember what they were saying to each other? So please tell us. I have given it much reflection, but I was afraid of this. She doesn't remember. I only heard one phrase clearly. A whole phrase? You remember something that was said! Why didn't you say anything yesterday? Though my memory is clear, I was afraid to speak. You see, I don't understand what was said. This could be it. The clue I've been waiting for. Well, what did he say? It was the other man speaking, not Mr. Details. The shooter then. Diane Crescend. Well, what did he say? It's over. Press the switch. Now. Switch? And the shooter said this to the victim, Mr. Details? I thought it quite strange myself afterward. It is a mystery. What could it possibly mean, Mr. Justice? Care to shed some light on this? I mean, sure, I'd be delighted. It's, very, very vital. Maybe we could add that to the testimony. Maybe, Apollo? Oh, this is where it happens, chat. Objection! Press the switch. There's only one key that can unlock the mystery of those words. Oh, yet there was nothing at the scene that could be called a switch, save the lights. Sure, there wasn't a switch at the scene, but it just so happens I have a switch right here. That's right, it looks like a switch, doesn't it? The problem is, it was found not at the scene of the crime, but on the stage. The stage? Where the concert was held, yes. It was found hidden there. On the stage. Or you can aim that the voice that Amelia heard was of someone commanding another to press the switch. It's a possibility. Objection! Oh, Air Forehead. Let's call that an impossibility. Why? It's not necessary for me to remind the court of the layout of the concert forum. It's quite far from Amelia's dressing room. Not to mention that the governor's room in the middle of a concert on said stage. You know, I know for being a quiet band. You could shout all you want and not be heard. The detective's voice was loud, but certainly not a shout. So too have Air Forehead's cries of possibility fallen far short of being heard. Sorry, but he wouldn't have needed to shout. Excuse me? You heard what I said, or do you need me to shout it out for you? Would have been quite simple to be heard on the stage from that dressing room. Oh wait, you like evidence, don't you? How about this?
Using this, it would be easy to get a message to someone on the stage from the dressing room. Prosecutor Gavin, perhaps you're familiar with this.
Why, that's...
What? What is it? Is that some kind of newfangled phone they have invented while I wasn't looking? This is a type of transmitter, a communications device. Communications device? From what I've heard that night, everyone on the stage was wearing one of these. Isn't that right, Prosecutor Gavin? Ah, yes, actually. If we're talking between band members, we all had one on. So you admit that if you were wearing one of these, talking from the backstage to the stage would be simple.
Objection!
True, but wait! You'll send out an electronic signal to avoid interference with the audio systems. The range is quite limited. I only said it was about 30 feet, right? Look at this cross-section of the diagram concert form. Ah! Exactly. The walk from the stage to the backstage seems far, but the direct distance is less than 30 feet. That can't be! Someone Namioya heard the shooter's voice. He could have been talking to someone on stage.
Objection!
Ah, you're claiming this is the switch in question? Why'd it have to be on the stage at the time? It could be placed in a pocket and carried anywhere. Someone could have hit it on the stage after the fact. Hey, he's got a point. How do we know where it was once we heard the voice? And the shooter said press the switch. Well, I guess we don't. An unfortunate situation. I'm afraid that until we know where the switch was, there's no point in debating it. I was sure this was the way to go with this. Wasn't it in the piano, though? What is this switch, anyway? We don't even know that basic fact. Wait a second. I do know what the switch is. And if you follow that train of logic to its incredible conclusion, it ends up in proof that completely changes this case. What's up, Apollo? Apollo? We know about the switch, right? We know what it is. Yeah? Well, think of when it was used that day. Think of what happened. Well, Mr. Justice, we have no further information to share concerning the switch. Your Honor. Yes, Mr. Justice? I've been remiss in not telling the court this before. I know what the switch is. Well, it seems that defense is set upon linking the switch to the case. Let's see your evidence of the link. What evidence do you have to explain what the switch is? That's simple, Your Honor.
Take that!
Prosecutor Gavin, you remember this? Heck, that's that. That what? Is it another one of those newfangled phones? This is an igniter. What phone looks like this? Igniter? You mean it's like a lighter? Yes, actually. You aren't saying the switch is a remote. I am. This is a remote trigger for an igniter. What? Look, I'll show you. Yo, Mr. Justice, you will cease and desist from burning down this courtroom. Sorry, that was a bit more fire than I'd expected. My whiskers had caught on fire. Prosecutor Gavin, let me repeat myself. This switch is a remote igniter trigger. Doesn't that suggest something to you? You're talking about what happened to me, aren't you? Ah! Exactly. That night at the concert, there was one unusual burst of flame. When your guitar caught fire in the middle of your performance. When that part of the stage show, though, Prosecutor Gavin was entirely unaware such a thing had been planned. The guitar that burned was a valuable keepsake. That's right, he got it in Borginia from Namioya. He said the sound was amazing before it burned, of course. Now it just kind of smokes. The better the guitar, the brighter it burns. Air forehead. Yes? Don't tell me you're trying to tie these two things together. Just being the shooter's voice heard by Namioya. And the guitar is suddenly catching on fire. I am. It's really simple when you think about it. The house and the shooter were at the crime scene. The shooter was wearing a headset. He ordered someone on stage to press the switch. The switch was pressed and the guitar caught fire. Well, that does seem to make sense. Though something about it is bugging me. Can't quite put my finger on it. Really? Seems pretty simple to me.
Objection!
Air forehead, don't destroy what little respect I have for you. I was expecting something a little more sensible. I guess I was wrong. What's this all about, Prosecutor Gavin? A simple story simply makes no sense. Think. That night, my guitar caught fire, yes.
The cause may have been this indeed. However, the guitar got fired during the second set. Heck, that's right, of course.
No, but the trick that Namioya was doing, she could have went in the vents and heard it.
The guitar got fired during Namioya's song. Indeed, the other shooting happened during the third set. Two are utterly unrelated.
Yes, that must happen. What was bugging me? Well, premise for this is faulty.
See, his story makes no sense.
Are you sure about that? What exactly do you mean, Mr. Justice? Maybe it's not the premise of my explanation of the Switch stats at fault. Maybe it's our premise for the entire case so far. What premise is this specifically?
I'm glad you asked.
I'm saying that maybe the killing didn't take place in the third act.
Objection!
Banger!
What's this? Detective Emma Sky heard shots and found the body. All of this happened in the third act.
Objection!
Gunshots rang out, and according to his testimony, Lottie was in that dressing room at the time.
Where are you going with this, Mr. Justice?
Stay with me, Your Honor. He also told us this in his testimony, namely that the victim had already been shot. We already heard gunshots, but no one saw the shooting. This is insane. Just before the shooting took place, the shooter was heard on his headset, telling someone to press the switch. The next moment, Prosecutor Gavin's guitar burst into flame. We know that a remote trigger igniter was inside the guitar. From all these facts, we can draw only one conclusion. The crime did not take place during the third act, but during the battered performance, the second act! What?
Order, order, order! But that goes against the evidence!
What does, Your Honor?
This crime was carried out according to the lyrics of that song, yes?
Hey, he's right. Look, the bullet is supposed to come after the fire.
You're thinking about it the wrong way.
Huh? Look, why would the shooter craft the events of the day to follow the lyrics anyway? It's an awful lot of trouble to go through, with little merit for the person doing it.
Well, I'm sure whoever it was had some reason.
Yes, they did.
A reason that made it advantage to follow the lyrics.
You're saying the order was reversed on purpose?
Reverse, Prosecutor Gavin.
If the criminal followed the lyrics strictly, then yes, the shooting would have to come after the guitar burst into flame. Yet their forehead has raised another possibility. He's claiming that the bullet came not after, but just before the fire.
Couldn't have put it better myself.
We're only meant to think that the shooting came after the guitar burst into flame. That was a criminal objective. The crime followed the lyrics to a point, but that was the ruse. Why else would the killer risk discovery by moving the body? That was the final touch to make us think he'd followed the lyrics the whole way.
Order, order, order! That would explain this most unusual situation.
It does. The killer changed the order of the events to create himself an alibi. In other words, the killer was someone who had an alibi for the third set, but not for the second. I was hoping it wouldn't come to this, but sadly it has. Let me tell you why your little fairy tale makes no sense at all. Oh, it sounds good, I'll give you that. You've given us a reason why the killer bothered following the lyrics of my song. But I question your logic, for it's flawed from the very beginning.
Flawed?
Yes, a contradiction there, forehead. One I pointed out several times, no less. At the time of the crime, the small window at the scene was closed. How could Namioya have heard a voice through it? Oh, right. I know that you would like to divert our attention from this critical fact, but you're basing your entire line of reasoning on a false premise. Right. Namioya's testimony is my entire case. That voice she heard, the shooter's voice. What if she couldn't? What if she couldn't hear it, Apollo?
Look, what do we have? A man saying press the switch, and near the crime scene we have a switch, which acts as a remote trigger for an igniter. But last but not least, Prosecutor Gavin's flaming guitar. It can't all be coincidence, but how do I make it work? I see a more direct line of questioning is required. The crime scene was investigated immediately after the crime. That window was closed. Care to tell us how Namioya heard the voice? A key point to be sure. Mr. Justice, can you explain this to the court? Okay, Justice. We've got one thing to prove and one thing only. Namioya heard a voice, and she heard it during the second set. Think, how was Namioya able to hear the voice? The window wasn't open. She doesn't have divine hearing. She had to be somewhere else, because that's like the only logical explanation. When we investigated the scene, the window was closed. The shooter had no reason to close it, hadn't been open either. Meaning, it was impossible to hear the voice through that window. Ah, so it's good to hear that you're making sense again. For a moment, I was afraid you might be a Borginian too. As I was saying, Amulier could not hear the voice through that window. So there can only be one explanation. She heard the voice from another location entirely. What's this? You do amuse me so. I thought you and Good Sense were back on speaking terms. I'm afraid you and Good Sense speak two entirely different languages. So I interpret for you, Air Forehead. I'm going clearly stated, she heard the voice through that small window. There's only one small window at the scene. Are you sure? Oh shit, he knows. Think about it. Isn't there another small window at the scene? There is? That was amazing. Alright, don't do that look. He wants us to ask him. Very well. You claim now you heard the voice from another... You claim now you heard the voice from another location. Mr. Justice, show us where this location was. Now I heard the voice from here. Oh, the vents! It can't be here. Ah, shit, I don't even know myself. It has to be these, right? Does this look like a small window to you, Mr. Justice? State of modern society can be read from numerous objects and artifacts. In a sense, anything can be a window on our society. I did not ask you to point out a window on society. I want you to window on the crime scene. No points for trying. Aimura claims he heard a voice through a small window. And the small window we know about was closed. There's only one other thing she could have meant. Aimura heard a voice from here. I mean, this is small, right? Oh wait, wasn't she... No, what about this? This is where Amulier heard that voice from. But that's no small window. That's the air vent. What did she tell us? She said she's a Borginian, unfamiliar with our language. It's not a stint to imagine she called this air vent a small window. Now you've done it. You've gone beyond ridiculous and into ludicrous. But Amulier was up in the ventilation system listening to this man's voice. No logical explanation, yes. Logical, I do not think this word means what you think it means, Air Forehead. Okay. What about it isn't logical? Explain it to me, Clavier. Why isn't it logical? It hardly merits saying. Why would Amulier be in the ventilation system? Hiding like a rat, no offense intended to her, of course. The explanation for that is simple, Prosecutor Gavin. Isn't it, Amulier? You have been listening to our discussion here, yes? Yes. I admit, it's had me quite confused since yesterday. Yes, the small window was closed. But why should that mean I could not hear through it? Here, the prosecutor might himself need an interpreter. The problem here is words. Amulier, the small window though which you heard the voice, was it up high on the ceiling of the room? Not low on a wall. Yes, it was up on the ceiling. What? Order, order! I will have order. Witness, you will clarify the statement to the court. Are you in fact saying that you were up above the ceiling of the room? That's where you heard the moan of the crime. Yes, in fact, I was. I am sorry, I never imagined it would become such an important point. Yes, well, when the heck were you up there? I believe it's time for another testimony. That's right. I can't. May I remind you this is a murder trial. We will hear your testimony. Tell us why you witnessed the crime from above the ceiling of that room. Please. Okay. Well, it looks like I'm on the right track. Yes, I was above the ceiling when I heard the voice. Oh, look at that. I heard there was a small window there before. It was in the middle of my performance. I had no time to report what I had heard. That's why I was there. I cannot say. I am bound to secrecy on this matter. Bound to secrecy? In my line of work, one has many obligations to uphold. But you say you were in the middle of your performance, so this did happen during the second set. I did not witness the crime, you must understand. I only know what I heard. Yes, but you must tell us what you were doing in detail. That's what the cross-examination is for. Yeah, Fairheart. Yeah, Air Forehead. A mission to score is to discern the truth. No obligation, no binding pact may hinder that mission. Very well, Mr. Justice. You may begin the cross-examination. What are you going to do, Apollo? I'm going to find out the truth. She was up above that ceiling for a reason. I just have to get it out of her. My bracelet want to react. Nope. Yes, I was up above the ceiling when I heard the voice. Above the ceiling? Could you be more specific? I cannot. Because you're bound to secrecy. Yes. To tell the truth, I was not supposed to even say I was above the ceiling. I did not say more. But that's not like I'll be able to coax it out of her just by asking. By small vent, you mean the air vent? I only remembered I needed to be careful where I put my hands and feet. Not see the light coming through the window, of course. The air vent grate could strip you up, certainly. So I was walking very carefully when I heard the gunshots. Startled, I crouched and listened. That's when I heard this voice coming from the room. Dorian's voice. I knew something terrible had happened, yet... In all my performance, I had no time to report what I had heard. So, without a word, you just let the third set start? After the curtain closed for the second set, there was so much to do. You could have prevented this whole misunderstanding if you had only told us sooner. Yes, perhaps I could have. I've seen no point in battling the witness. What's done is done. I work certainly when one is in the middle of a performance. Why, I've lost my voice in the middle of a film. I kept on singing, completely unaware. Singing without a voice? Only all contradictions were so obvious. Only I could get Nami or Yor to talk. Pressure like this doesn't seem to be getting me anywhere. That's why I was there, I cannot say. Why? Because of... You heard the gunshots during the second set during your performance. You're quite sure? Yes, why would I lie about that time? Why didn't you tell us this yesterday? No one asked me. I thought you all knew. I told you Marty was not the killer. I told you this many times. Yes, you did. But you never told us why. I am sorry. I was not able to speak of it. Unable or unwilling. She's not talking, Apollo. What do we do? We'll just have to prove it ourselves. As long as she is bound by this pact of silence, she won't talk. If I can prove that why she was up there, she'll have to admit it. But how are you going to do that? She was singing on the stage, Apollo. She shouldn't have been up there above this. Shouldn't have been up above the ceiling too. Yes, she could. I've got a theory as to why too. Maybe I've got the evidence to prove it. Oh, is it the videotape? Yes! Nami Oyor, truth be told, the reason for your presence above that ceiling is quite clear. Especially when you consider what happened during your performance. What happened? Yes, it's all right here on this video. It wraps itself around me. As we can see, Namori was clearly not on stage for her entire performance. It was asking me to be so realistic, Namori is incapable of actually managing, let alone teleportation. So the only explanation is that she was hidden from view. In that time, she moved to the back of the forum. Apollo! What, Trucy? It's not nice to reveal magician's secrets, and it's against the rules. But I am a lawyer, I'm not supposed to be nice. This is all very fascinating. But how is it possible? There's only 20 seconds between when she disappears and reappears. If you're gonna move that fast. Is something wrong, Prosecutor Gavin? This was his concert, his show. He knows how the illusion was performed. He's just realizing his own oversight. Let's look at the cross-section diagram again. Here we can trace a route through the ceiling. It goes from the backstage to the goes from the stage to the backstage to the rear of the forum. Recall Namori's testimony from yesterday. I was on my way from the stage to the backstage exit. There was something like a little window there. That's how I saw it. She went from the stage to the backstage exit. A perfect description of this route above the ceiling. And Maria knew of this because of her part in the illusion. But she wasn't the only one who knew. What? Just now in the lobby, Machi told me something. I know. I know if I open vent, I can leave stage and backstage. He said that? Oh, were you not informed, Prosecutor Gavin? I know about that. But I knew about the vanishing act, of course. Yet I had no idea of the route that it would be used. How did that magician tell me? It just only revealed the details of their act on a need-to-know basis. They're the bread and butter of a magician's life, you know. Which is why he bound Namori. Which is why he bound Namori to secrecy. Well, Namori? I'm impressed, Mr. Attorney. Machi was right about you. So, what does this mean? Are you saying you used this route above the ceiling? I did. Well, that's... But I'm still a little confused. Is that, Your Honor? As I said before. There was very little time between when she disappeared and when she reappeared. 20 seconds, tops! How could she do it so fast? Definitely if we stopped to hear the shooter's voice. That's a good question. Can the witness explain this to the court? I cannot. Very well. Mr. Justice? Yes? It's all up to you. Do your thing. What thing, Your Honor? You need to explain how Namori was able to teleport like she did. Or I'm throwing your case out with the bathwater. Good. Why do I get picked on? It's Namori who isn't going along with the program here. As I have stated before, I'm not at liberty to speak of the illusion now night in detail. Then you'll just have to tell us what you can. You'll hear your testimony on this. Mr. Justice, it will be your job to bring the truth out of her. Yes, if you would, please. Right. I feel like a student before finals. That's so true. Good luck, Apollo. Witness testimony. The big illusion. I followed the route exactly as I was instructed. Then it runs to the exit in the backstage, where a stagehand waited. From there, one can enter the forum on the opposite sides of the stage. The plan was for me to move there in 2 minutes. I was on my way when I heard the voice. Oh, 2 minutes! 2 minutes, you say? The mystery deepens. I suppose it was too much to hope that the judge would come up with something. As does my curiosity. Take it away, Mr. Justice. Alright, Your Honor. All I have to do is find the contradiction between what Namori is saying and what we can see plainly in the video. I figured it out already. I am a magician after all. Well, tell me. No. I can't reveal another message. I can't reveal any more secrets. Come on, I can't do that. It's supposed to be on my side, Susie. The big illusion. I followed the route exactly as I was instructed. There's a minute exit in the backstage where a stagehand waited.
From there, one can enter the forum on the opposite side from the stage. The plan was for me to move there in 2 minutes. I was on my way when I heard the voice. Did you, proceed along this route? How? Why, I walked. But you arrived behind the forum much too fast to have been walking. Tell the truth, Enemy Warrior. You rode some kind of vehicle, or a human. What a vehicle? What vehicle? Ah, enough idea. I like it. Hey, that's not a bad guess. Wrong, but not bad. Yeah, slap at the dumb attorney. I don't mind. I was gonna cry after this, that's for sure. I'm sorry, but the girl was right. That van was too small. Was much too small for vehicles. It was light, even I had to crouch as I walked. I can't imagine a vehicle that would fit in such a small space. If it wasn't a vehicle, what was it? I've been going for a while there, Mr. Justice. Too bad. Ready for the next part? I feel like I'm on some kind of quiz show. Here's an emergency exit. Did everyone on the concert staff know about the trick? Not at all. Only a few that were needed to help. See, like I said, it's on a need-to-know basis. So not many people knew about the trick. What were these stations required to do? We needed to open the emergency exit. The door to the stairs is locked, but once through there... Well, then, what can I... press this, so, 2 minutes. Yes, it can be done in 1 minute if you are running. Running? And that cramped dark tunnel above the ceiling? Mr. Attorney, have you forgotten? Dark running, it makes no difference to me. That's true, but... So you're saying that on the night of the concert, you made the trip in 2 minutes? Yes, so I nearly didn't make it in time. You see, I stopped halfway. And Luna disappears on the video for 20 seconds. But she says you made the trip in 2 minutes. How? Well, my professional opinion, I'll bet the answer is right there in that video. Well, Mr. Justice, perhaps you have some evidence for us? Something that can explain the discrepancy between the video and the testimony? Heck. I want to see real quick. Yeah, she has the brooch on next time we see her. Yeah, it's not on her. Heck. Evidence explaining the discrepancy. There's only one piece of evidence that explains the discrepancy in between video and testimony. Nami Warrior, do you happen to remember this brooch? Ah, the brooch. We saw that yesterday, did we not? It was found at the scene, Your Honor. And you're bringing this up now? And you bring this up now? Why? I thought we already determined when I was dropped. So did I, but we hadn't. Take another look at the video. Here, you can see she's wearing the brooch. So she is. Let's look at it a bit later. What? The brooch, it's gone. What? Yes. The brooch disappeared in a short space of 20 seconds. And now just on the floor. On the floor directly beneath the air vent. Nami Warrior, tell me. Did you drop the brooch on your way from the stage to the backstage? At the very moment you witnessed the crime. Yes, I think I did. Order, Prosecutor Gavin. From your expression, I gather you had no idea this was the case, Air Judge. I, of course, knew about it. What? Don't get me wrong, I wasn't hiding it. It just never occurred to me. The switch and the shooting took place at the same time. So, I was right, there was a switch? There was. Just before the stage's tower rose and Warrior was replaced. Well, while we're on the subject, the switch's replacement Nami Warrior. Why, the man behind the illusion, Vadant Gramiari. Was Gramiari? That's quite the illusion, but I still don't get one thing. Yes? The switch happened before the tower rose, correct? So you weren't on the stage. That's right. But this fake Lammy Warrior is still singing. He's pretty good. That's true. What about? That's an easy one. They were just playing a recording. Ha ha ha. The Gaviners aren't some kind of air guitar band, Fraulein. Oh, you mean I'm wrong? When we play a show live, we play live, no recordings. Perhaps you can explain, Lammy Warrior. Very well.
Yes, do tell, and add it to your testimony.
I had to keep singing even when I moved. You were singing? Yes. Mr. Gavin expressed a dislike for recordings, so I used this. Wait, so you were singing the whole time? Even when you were crawling above the ceiling toward the backstage? Why should it matter where I sing? Even everywhere I go, it's the same darkness.
But if you're singing while you were walking.
That's right, wouldn't the shooter and the victim have heard? Singing right over their heads after all. That's right. Are you sure? It'd have to be pretty hard to appearing to miss someone singing in the ceiling. Once again, we come back to the scene of the crime. On the scene of the crime.
Oh, what state?
Ack. I know what he means. That old speaker, Apollo.
The speaker?
The speaker was blaring at the time of the murder. That's what monitoring the stage from this room. Monitoring? You're perhaps in a real-time feed from the stage microphones. Useful for knowing when your set is coming up. Satisfied. Testing was fitted with a large speaker playing a direct feed from the stage. At my request, actually.
So Lammy Warrior singing in the ceiling. Sounded just like Lammy Warrior singing over the speaker.
Ingenious, her voice was hidden by her voice.
Lammy Warrior, I've just remembered something.
You tell.
I heard the noise. The gunshots, yes? It startled me, so I stopped singing.
What?
What?
I forgot the words I was supposed to sing. The song stopped? Thankfully, it was the very beginning of the second verse.
For your pleasure, but a fleeting melody wraps itself around me now through the air I fly.
She does pause. Thankfully, it was the very beginning of the second verse, so not many would notice. Forehead, that mixing board I lent you, where is it?
Mixing, huh?
That machine, Apollo. That machine, Apollo, the one that breaks music into tracks.
Oh, this. I had completely forgotten about it, to be honest with you.
Let's take a listen. The song does stop there. It does? I must have missed it. Look at the lyric sheet. At the top of the second verse, see where it says pleasure, pleasure? Now listen again. Oh, so only says it once. This is evidence indeed. I believe you are guilty of making a terrible mistake. The crime didn't happen during the third set. It happened during the second. Namior's ballad. Namior's ballad. Yeah, I've been saying it wrong. I'm so sorry, Judge. If that is true, now no one on stage during the second set could have been the shooter, which means that that Darion Crescent could have done it. Well, not on stage for the second set. Well, Prosecutor Gavin, fascinating. I believe I've ever seen a trial turned around quite so thoroughly. You ever seen the Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney trilogy or Greatest Attorney? Yet one problem remains. What's that, Prosecutor Gavin? Air Force theory does have a certain kind of logic to it. Yet it is entirely based upon Namior's testimony. Yes, is there a problem with it? Well, it is quite simple, though it pains me to say, even if he is trying to protect the defendant. But you have no proof! What I'm saying is that the truth is as yet unclear, though we have heard directly from the man himself. The man? You don't mean... Yes. Though he is a friend and band member, Darion Crescent must take the stand. I see no other way. As someone with a new perspective on the case. As a suspect, to be frank. Finally, the rat's coming out of his hole. And I'm ready to catch him. Darion Crescent, get ready to face justice! This is as good a time as any to pause for a brief recess. Prosecutor will summon the witness. Have him here and ready by the time we begin. I am the last man who needs to be reminded of what his duties are. Very well. Court is adjourned for a 15-minute recess. To be continued. Yeah. Man, that was something. Anyway, this is where I'm gonna leave it off for today. I shall see you guys the next time I do this, which I hope I can do tomorrow. I think I can do it tomorrow, actually. Anyway, I shall see you guys later. Bye-bye.